Hey guys, in this video I'm going to talk about 3 ways that you can practice skimboarding tricks here at home when you can't make it down to the water and go skimboarding. I mostly skim on the Virgin River. Since it is a river, its height changes depending on recent rains, the weather, even the time of year. So I'm kind of at the mercy of the water level of the river. It can fluctuate from time to time. And sometimes it's just too deep to skimboard. Perhaps you have a similar problem. Maybe you live a long ways from where you skim. Maybe you just don't have time to get down to the water. Maybe it's cold, bad weather, bad water, whatever. Hopefully these tips will help you calm that skimboarding itch and maybe even make you a better skimboarder until you can get back down to the water and get skimboarding. So the first way is just to find some carpet. Your board may not spin quite as well on the carpet as it does on the water, but that's actually okay in this scenario. If you can spin the board enough to 3-shove on the carpet, you can definitely spin the board enough to 3-shove on the water. You can go barefoot or with shoes. In fact, if you're relatively new to skimboarding and not super comfortable spinning the board underneath you, I'd suggest wearing shoes so that in case you miss, it'll protect your feet from getting slammed by the board, as well as give you a little more confidence that you won't get hurt, so you'll be a little less tentative. You can practice 180 shove-its, 360 shove-its, big spins, body varials, combos, whatever. Just be creative and have fun. If you're new to skimboarding and have a little room, you can even practice getting on the board. This can be helpful in practicing foot placement as well as keeping your knees bent, having a low center of gravity, and keeping your momentum going forward. If you don't do those things, you won't be able to get the board to slide very far on the carpet. The next way you can practice at home is to find some dirt. This will also work great on the sand, but again, for the context of this video, we're assuming that you can't get to the sand or the water, so we're going to use dirt. Just build up a little pile of dirt, put your board on top, and away you go. You can practice all the same tricks that you would on carpet. Depending on where you pile the dirt, you may or may not want to have shoes on. The next way that you can practice skimboarding tricks at home is to use cardboard. If you have a hard time finding a large piece of cardboard, Walmart has large cardboard boxes for pretty cheap. This method works best if you have solid ground underneath you, like a hard floor, concrete, or pavement. Just plop the cardboard down, put your board on top, and away you go. Something to keep in mind is that my boards with laminate bottoms seem to spin a little easier on carpet and cardboard than my boards that just have resin on the bottom. So if you don't have laminate on the bottom of your board, dirt might be the way to go, but definitely one of these methods should work for you and give you a means of practicing some skimboarding tricks when you can't make it down to the water. I even used the cardboard method to squeeze in a little practice at work during my lunch break. Hey, hopefully these ideas have been helpful. If you wouldn't mind, maybe give me a like and subscribe, and then I'll keep these skimboarding tips coming. Keep smiling and skim on!